Morning, y'all. So I just finished a double workout. We did very heavy conditioning workout at ETA in Raleigh, Empire Training Academy with Coach Sammy. And today was I'd say more of a VO2 max workout, EMOM style. So every minute on the minute, there was a high intensity activity and the programming was solid as usual. The reason why I wanted to have this little talk with you is because there's something called compromise running, which means that you're going to run in a tired or fatigued state. And that is what I did today. So I did my heavy conditioning with ETA, and then immediately went into a very easy zone one exercise activity, and very easy, around 40 minutes. And the point I want to make here is making sure that you are properly fueled, because there's a phenomenon known as LEA, or low energy availability. And that's been, you might have seen that on your social posts or come across it in your running or endurance research. And you want to avoid LEA as much as possible. And I think that as you get older, if you're over 40 in the 50s and you're looking to maintain a high level of performance, you got to make sure that you are properly fueled, properly rested and recovered. And one way that you can ensure that you have the best workout that you can and avoiding LEA is to make sure that you are fueling properly. So for example, what I did today, knowing that we were going to have high intensity workout, I made sure I took plenty of gels and carbs before the workout. Went through the workout, then I took another gel. I'm a big fan of Morton, if you've ever heard of it, MUERTEN, I think it's spelling. So getting your gel in there, and then I went on my run, came back. Now, obviously what I paired was a high intensity workout with a low intensity run afterwards. I have had other activities where I'll do some speed work or tempo work after a high intensity activity like today, but today was a recovery run, so I decided to pair that with the conditioning that we did at ETA. And ETA, if I didn't mention this before, is also a HYROX affiliate. So a lot of the workouts are geared towards not only strength building, but also making sure that you are ready for your next HYROX event. So that being said, if you want to do compromise running, which is when you're in a fatigue state to go running, make sure that you are properly fueled. You want to avoid that LEA so that you can recover it. Because what I have found is that when we don't focus on refueling, and I've learned this myself, by the way, very hard lessons over the last decade. But what I finally come to realize is that when I'm properly fueled, I can go harder or I can go longer in my workouts and not compromise my form or technique when I run, and not compromise my form or technique when I'm lifting or doing a high intensity workout, because I'm better fueled. I'm better ready to handle that load. So, I used to get hurt all the time just because I would be totally exhausted. And I thought that working out in a fasted state was the way to go. And I learned the hard way that, I have gotten more injuries from doing that, more back issues from that, lifting heavy in a fatigue state, not being fueled, not being recovered, than I have doing this method I'm doing right now. So if you are over the age of 40 and looking, again, to work at a high level of intensity, please make sure that you are fueling properly. I think you will definitely benefit. You will see a difference over a matter of few weeks if you have the discipline to make sure that you are fueling before, during, and after at an appropriate level for your intensity type and for what your body needs. Some of that is trial and error. Some of it is very scientific, where we do know that taking a certain number of carbs per hour when you do endurance activities is helpful to maintain your glycogen, which will enable you to handle activity for longer. So that being said, train hard. Hope you have an amazing day and keep going at it, especially if you are getting older. We are in this together. I want to live hard and work out hard and train hard for the next 30, 40 years, God willing. And if you are the same way, follow me for more tips on how to stay in the game of fitness, stay in the game of running for as long as you and I are on this earth.